Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nations Cup. We are here in Phase 2. We are in the round-robin phase of 8 teams. And we're going to whittle it down to 4 teams that will be going to Berlin, Germany. But these are best-of-5s as well. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Germany. On the right is going to be Ukraine. And, well, we're guaranteed at least 12 maps today. There are 4 best-of-5s. Minimum of 12 maps to be played. Maximum of 20. We'll see how many we got going on for us. Viborgu, I think is how I say your name. Good morning. Good to see you. He's so cute, it's not fair. I agree. I agree. There's days when I wake up, I lay in bed, and I'm like, you are just an adorable puppy. I have zero desire to get out of bed. We could just lay here and watch cartoons. Unfortunately, then he starts to kick me and he goes, it's time to get out of bed because he wants to get fed, so I can't blame him. This also is going to be the draft style of Meta Madness, meaning that it is going to be any hero that is picked and played will be unavailable for the rest of the series. So let's say there's a first pick Genji or a Nubarak or a Lucio. Whoever's picked and played will be banned away for this series. So that's the big thing to note as well. Once we get into the next best of 5, the heroes are reset and everything's up and available again. By the way, Garden of Terror was banned out by the side of Ukraine. Dragonshire banned out by the side of Germany. The map pick was from the side of Ukraine. First pick opted in by the side of Germany, and they will grab themselves the Genji. How many cups of tea this morning, Baha? We're on the first one so far. I usually only do 2 because when I drink a third one, I start, like, my acid reflux starts to kick up. So usually if I drink a third, it has to be green tea. It's gonna be a struggle. This first best of 5 is gonna be a struggle. I should be awake by the second. I should be. Sylvanas and Brightwing for the side of Ukraine. I do like it. I do like it. Good race potential on the Immortal. Good siege amplification with the Sylvanas. Just overall good team fighting with Brightwing with her polymorph potential. Genji, who wants to dive into the backline, getting polymorphed. Do we see an early Anduin? Genji Light Bomb with the Anduin. Good morning, Blueberry Bean. How you doing today, bud? No, it's going to be Dahaka Diablo. Okay, so they're just looking for the dive. I would expect this to be an Anduin ban, realistically. Anduin bans kind of makes sense. Light Bomb, because Diablo can Shadow Charge. I just had this crazy idea. I was like, could you apply Light Bomb to Dahaka before he brush stalks? And I don't think that would work out. I think the timing would be a little off on that one. But yeah, there's the Anduin ban because, yeah, just the Light Bomb combo. Doing well. Glad to hear. Thanks for swinging by the stream. As a reminder, if you're not following, do sure hit that follow button. It costs you $0 to do so. Get yourself some follower emotes. And it supports the stream. It's a win-win for everybody. Well, we get into our second pick phase. Latter half of the draft. Still need a main tank for the side of Ukraine. And Garrosh is up and available if they want to lean into the Garrosh. Good against he's a good kind of sort of counter dive. Gonna go Great Manuel, so we could see. I was gonna say we could see Stitches maybe, but then I feel like they would have gone into Junkrat for that combo. So I think this is just going to be the Garrosh at the end. I think I like the Garrosh. They could go Muradin, but I think I like the Garrosh for the just toss combo. All right, thanks for the lurk, bud. I appreciate it.
Anytime you're ready, I will fight to my last breath.
Ancestor healing. Oh, actually, is this a Bloodlust comp? This is feeling a little bloodlusty. But as I said, y'all know what I think this last pick should be. We'll see what it's going to actually be. Oh god, I am tired. Doing my best to wake up, chat. I'm also doing my best not to repeat that over and over again, but my brain is just mush. Alright, we'll see a Muradin instead. That's a band skin, by the way. There you go, they changed it. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and swap into a little casting screen. Get ourselves over here. And we'll load on into map number 1. First map of the day. We got 4 best of 5s. We're getting into it. Alright, sorry, I was writing a prediction. There we go. Predictions up and available if you'd like to gamble. Thank you, Ash Mantle, as always. Well, it's a good composition from both sides. It's just going to be... We'll see how the execution plays out. The post 10 fight's going to be huge as well. Oh god, I have the worst heartburn this morning, and I don't know why. Got a little bit on Germany. On the left-hand side, we have Germany in the blue. Death Knight on the Rhaegar, Hazuab's playing the Dahaka, Dino playing Genji, Darkmok on the Raynor, and Niche on the Diablo. To the right-hand side, we are looking at Ukraine. We have got Ara on this Yorel. We've got No Game on the Sylvanas. Den will be playing the Muradin. We've got Blu-ray on that Brightwing, and Iscorp on that Greymane. Your level 1s are at the bottom of the screen, and we're going to get into it. We have both teams moving into the middle of the map. Interesting. Got a little skirmish, actually. Dino jumps in, gets the vision on Muradin, and says, alright, well, the enemy is floating around over here somewhere. We'll see how this begins between the two teams. It's just a lot of floating. A lot of just kind of hanging out, seeing who's going to step into which lane. Hazuab starts soaking out the top lane. We've just got Darkmok chilling in the bottom currently, waiting for the rotation from the allies. Only quest and talent of note at level 1 is going to be the enhanced agility for the Dahaka. Do want to point out, Diablo. Oh, 16 HP on the Greymane. Diablo did go on to Feast on Fear at level 1. No spell shield. What is this? Well, there's not a ton of spell power on the side of Ukraine, but it's been the motif as of late. A lot of Diablos going into Feast on Fear at level 1. So is this going to be a full Shadow Charge build from the Diablo player? That's what we're going to have to see. Big rotation into top lane. Looks like Hazuab's is just going to be floating through the bushes. Does have that enhanced agility. Lands the drag onto Urel, but Muradin is right behind him. He pops the burrow and immediately backs away. Dino is floating around as well to see if he can jump in and aid Hazuab's if necessary, but he's actually going to rotate back up into top lane. Diablo stepping into Brightwing over in the bottom lane. Dino jumps in. Nice overpower to cancel the... I think it canceled the phase shift, or they just got the time to kill fast enough, but either way. Nice first blood over to the side of Germany. Nicely played. Muradin will be able to dwarf toss out. Has the block stacks at level 1. Greymane trying to poke out with a Gilney and cocktails. Dino jumping in once again with the cybernetic agility. Diablo gets a Shadow Charge overpower, and that's a penetrating round with the help of Genji's sustained damage. Another kill over to the side of Germany. Alright, well, not too bad from Germany at the start here on map number 1 on Battlefield of Eternity in this Best of 5 series. For the Nations Cup Group Stage Phase 2. God, that's a lot of things to say. Good morning, Freaky. What's up, bud? Oh, Hazuab's misses the drag, but Genji dives in, and he's got the sustained damage and the Shuriken Burst ability. This Diablo sitting on 300 HP will not go down to the Greymane, and Genji finds a solid
double kill
for the side of Germany, as this is the Immortal Phase spawning here. Greymane down for 9 seconds. Brightwing up and now. Oh, hope you're all having a nice cozy morning. Thanks for swinging by the stream. A little bit of tummy issues this morning, but we're going to power through them and get some good casting for you all. Alright, well, the Immortal Phase first half is easily over to the hands of Germany. Urel with the Avenging Wrath charged up, looking to jump onto somebody here. Gets in onto the Rhaegar. Nice Righteous Hammer to bop back the Diablo. Fire stops out from him as the Stormbolt from Muradin will connect. Oh, they don't get the stun from the Immortal, as penetrating round from Darkmok does force back the enemies. Genji, I want to point out really quickly, is split soaking in the top lane really quickly. He's not the fastest wave clearer, but hey, he's still split soaking, pushing up for that level 7, a bit faster for the allies. They shift from Brightwing, jumping into this engagement as Genji has split off to the right-hand side. No game, no life. Has to dive away with the Haunting Wave. She can't get out fast enough, and that will be a 5th kill. Has Dino gotten every kill in this game? Where's my... Sorry, my brain. I don't remember what button to hit. Nah, Diablo's got one of the 5 kills. But it has mostly been Genji here, as Iscorp is going to go down as well. No, they're not on 100 HP. I think I saw it drop to 90-something at one point. Genji did get the Hearth out as well. 200-something HP for the Urel. She's able to back away, and it's no kill to the side of Germany. But I do want to point out, they've got a very healthy Alarian moving into the top lane as we check the stats on our Immortal. Over 1,000 damage into structures, 546 standard. As this fort front gate is going to be taking some damage. Now, how much more can Germany achieve? That is what we're going to find out here. And actually, ooh, wait, hold on. Look at Diablo. Steps out from the shadows, looking for an angle, gets the push on to the Sylvanas, as Hazuab says brush-talked in. Doesn't land the drag over power, and he shadow charge into the enemy. Doesn't look like it. But this fort will fall. The Immortal's still very healthy. Shielding's gone, but 75% of its HP does remain. We have a nice, cozy chat today. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Thus ends my assault on hell. I must rest
Dino?
for a time.
Wiggles his way away from a Righteous Hammer. No Stormbolt baited out from Muradin. Greymane with a couple shots here and there. Oh, is that range at 7? Is that what it is? Yeah, I was about to say. Greymane, I was like, Greymane's range was insane right there. What does it actually move him into? It moves him into 6.6 range. Okay. Base is 5.5. Dino gets hit with a Stormbolt, but I don't really think we're too worried about it. There's no Skullcracker on Muradin at level 7, so he doesn't have any mini stuns, mini stun crits after the 3rd consistent auto attack, so not too much worry for Dino. There is the heavy impact. Yes, I got that right. Brain's actually working today. But the they got the heavy impact for a bit of slow, 80% slow when they do land, and so we'll probably see the launch later on to be able to get the cooldown reduction, as the Sylvanas will use her black arrows to lock down the fort at the bottom lane, trying to step in and find some damage onto the enemy underneath this lockdown tower, but they don't find much more than just some damage on said fort, as Genji looking for a few shurikens here and there. 34 stacks on Shuriken Mastery. Level 10s are here. Banshee for the Muradin, or Banshee for the Muradin. Could you imagine? Banshee for the Raynor. Ancestral and the Rhaegar, no bloodlust this time around. X-Strike, Isolation, and Apocalypse. I can feel my body just being like, go back to bed. Just go back to bed. Oh, it was so hard to get out of bed this morning. It was so comfortable. It was warm. It was cozy. There was no light outside. There still isn't, actually.
Our battle cannot remain.
Mortal phase will expire. Or, excuse me, halfway point will be achieved. It's going to be on the defensive sides for both of the teams. Dino, though, jumping in with a few shurikens into Muradin immediately. We have a drag connecting onto him as well. Apocalypse to follow up with Shadow Charge. Muradin, somehow, between all of that CC, was able to hit his R button and gets the Avatar out. Seems to be fine for the time being. Drag from Hazuab's not connecting. Dino has to Swift Strike away. Siren Song of the Bed. Oh. It's not even a siren song. I welcome it. It's just a siren visual. At least a nice blanket. No, I didn't, because I didn't want to get too cozy, because I didn't want to be too sleepy. So we're doing our best. We're hanging in there. Warm cup of tea. Nice penetrating round from Darkmog. Forces back the Urel. Did have a little bit of damage here and there. Some heroics popped by both sides. Ancestral Healing was onto the Diablo as this Immortal phase does go handily over to the side of Germany. The fight re-engages. Hazuab's with the Brushstock in. He's going to be looking for a drag on maybe the Brightwing in the backline. Polymorph onto Hazuab's as Dino's able to get away. Raynor goes down. The first kill for Ukraine, but the Greymane will be traded. Rhaegar goes down. 2 kills over to the side of Ukraine. It's not a game-winning moment, but hey, it's a couple kills that are going to be shutting down some of the extra siege with the Immortal. Raynor's sustained damage being out for the next 8 seconds is very, very nice. Oh, that's a great dive. Wailing Arrow as well from Sylvanas. I think it just came off cooldown. Dino, unable to use any of his abilities, will go down, but the Immortal's still very healthy in the bottom lane, just about to lose its shield, hitting for 1,284 damage into structures. Gonna get a few autos onto this fort in the bottom lane. Diablo gonna pick up a little bit of the experience, push into that level 13 for the allies. As Dahaka's hanging out in top lane, Raynor probably just gonna grab the camp, I assume, with Death Knight. I don't think they're gonna be trying to wrap around, flank into your Rel or anything like that, especially with Dauntless and Ardent Defender up and available. Well, Dauntless picked up at level 1 and Ardent Defender off cooldown. They have to know Ardent Defender's off cooldown on the side of Germany just because of the fact that I don't think she's popped it since the talent's been picked. Good morning, Mel. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, Mel. Mentally, that's where I'm at. I'm giggling to myself for that. Stupid. Well, Diablo and friends will grab this camp for the bottom lane in Germany. More pressure applied on the map. We have Dahaka and Hazuab's in the top lane. Going to be pushing up that. Actually, not really. Just chilling in the top lane, waiting for Urel to maybe step in, delay her out in her clear. Yeah, that's his presence. He's trying to delay. Oh, the attempt with the drag onto Urel to just continue the siege and pushing up this Impaler camp. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Impaler camp still healthy in the wave. Sylvanas will lock it down with Black Arrows. We've got Muradin. He's just anchoring on the high side of this, making sure that Dino can't find a flank.
We immortals shall return before long.
Dahaka's still got the Impaler camp, and man, Hazuab's, he's got a lot of really good delayed siege. And I say delayed siege in the sense of he's delayed Urel out from clearing the camp, and so because of that delay onto Urel from just drags, presence, wave clear, Hazuab's has gotten most of a fort. Actually, he's probably going to get the whole keep front gate here with the catapult on it as well. Seems like the priorities around the Immortal with even talent tiers for the time being. 13 apiece. Let's pull away those talents. Let's zoom out a little bit and try and see things. Hazuab's does, I would assume he's got Brushstock up and available. Yes, he does. So he's kind of playing in and out of vision. Genji pushing up the wave in bottom lane. Urel forced to rotate down there to clear things out. Greymane starting to work on the Immortal here. Genji jumps in. That's an Apocalypse from Diablo as well. Sylvanas able to back away, but that's going to be Greymane going down first in the engagement. Hazuab's has joined into the fight, but it doesn't look like he was kind of needed here. Could have easily just gone ahead and kept sieging top lane. Unfortunately, not another drag will not connect. Urel still has Ardent Defender up and available. Not needed, really. She's been pretty healthy. Gonna be pushed around by Diablo right now. Looking for the Righteous Hammer onto him to push back this Lord of Terror as the Ancestral Healing is forced out from Rhaegar. The re-engagement, the cancel of the re-engagement, and that is going to be 50% of the Immortal phase. Raynor did trigger that one. Dark Mach, as we have 16 talent tier as well for the side of Germany. Top lane. No catapult, but the keep front gate did go down. Vander walked out of the room. I guess he didn't like my casting this morning. Polymorph onto the Rhaegar. They get that kill. There he is. Where'd you go, bud? Where'd you go off to? Dahaka with the Lurk Restraint tries to bop back the enemy here as the Ukrainian players find a pretty good kill into Rhaegar. But Genji, Dino, trying to sneak away the last bit of HP on the Immortal, 1,222. Hazuab's taps a bush. He's thinking about jumping in there. He doesn't want to take, yeah, he has to pop the essence as well. Doesn't want to take too much damage. Meanwhile, I do want to point out top lane, top lane, top lane. This Greymane might have, yeah, that was a little greedy right there. The Immortal will go over to the side of Germany, going into bottom lane, as that is the more well-defended lane. Sylvanas trying to back out of this one, but she doesn't have level 16. No Will the Forsaken. It's a double kill for Dino, as they're looking to just continually pressure out this lane before the Immortal even gets there, and that will absolutely be achieved. We've got Greymane down for 18, Sylvanas down for 25. Checking out really quickly Immortal's stats, as we always like to do. 1,548 damage into these structures. We got a really decent 11,000 plus shield, 21,000 plus in HP. Diablo gonna take a Stormbolt to the face, trying to initiate onto Muradin here. The Hawk on the left-hand side, speeding around the map, looking to... He's just gonna jump in with the allies. I don't think he was looking for any sort of flank shenanigans. Death Knight forced to pop the Self-Ancestral. A lot of damage being spread to the members of Germany. Genji, Dino trying to take down this Greymane. Won't be able to find the kill. Greymane jumps onto the Immortal. Hazuabs gets a drag onto Muradin. He's tanking too much damage, gets a chain heal out from Rhaegar. But it's going to be just not enough. Diablo does finish out his his devastating charge, but the Immortal is going to be able to take down the map, and this will be map number 1. Over to the side of Germany. The sun has not even rose yet. It's starting to rise ever so slightly. The sky's getting bluer and bluer. But we are here in Tomb the Spider Queen, map number 2 in our first of 4 best of 5s today. We have the map pick. This is going to be... Okay, so it is their map pick. So it looks like Ukraine opted for map pick priority, taking us to Tomb. That gives Germany first pick priority. As a reminder, because of the draft style of this tournament, Genji, Dahaka, Diablo, Raynor, Rhaegar, Sylvanas, Brightwing, Greymane, Muradin, and Yrel, as they were played in that previous map on Battlefield of Eternity, will be unavailable for Tomb. So we're going to see 10 fresh new heroes. Hat Hamet. I will have to do that after this because I don't have a hat right here. And that requires me to get up, and I can't just yet. Ace, I will. It's raining for you? Oh, that sounds like a nice, like, kind of cozy day. Get under the blankets. Maybe get a heated blanket or something. Just the idea of just being under a blanket, just cozied up watching this and not casting it. Oh, that sounds great. Massive yikes on bikes. Yeah, well, you know, I do it for you, Twitch chat. I do it all for you. People seem to enjoy my casting, so I'll wake up and I'll destroy my sleep schedule for all of you. Hogger, Mephisto, Tracer, and Junkrat all to be banned away. We'll see a Blaze Hanzo for the side of Ukraine. Joanna, early picked for Germany with a Leoric Vala. This is absolutely beautiful for Germany right now. Maybe a Cho'Gall game? God, Nancy, I hope. I can hope. But right now, we won't see... Unless Germany wants to go healerless, I doubt they're going to go into a Cho'Gall. With Hanzo and all of that, I don't think they're going to be looking at a Cho'Gall either on the side of Ukraine. Lucio will be banned away. What is a sleep schedule? It is a time in which you go to bed consistently and wake up and then you wake up at a relatively good time, about, I don't know, 8 to 9 hours after that consistent sleep time. Oh god, I can't talk. Alright, it is sunny here. It was gorgeous. I think it's like 47 degrees today, which is like a little less than 10 Celsius. I think it's like 9 or so Celsius. Alright, so single target deletion composition from Ukraine. They're gonna go in, they're gonna charge, taunt with a Varian. Blaze comes in with a jet propulsion. Chromie with a Sandblast, Hanzo with a Dragon's Arrow. He's got Scatters, he's got Stormbow. They're going to need something. Well, they've already got Joanna, which they can go into Falling Sword for a cleanse for the Chromie Temporal Loop and Taunt. But I feel like they want another hard cleanse. And it's going to be Uther and Stukov. They're going double support, Hypercarry Vala on the side of Germany. I don't hate this whatsoever. I think the double support composition is going to be really, really strong to mitigate the explosive single target deletion that Ukraine has built out here. Sounds like something you've made up, Bahamut. I make up a lot of bullshit. What I do need to do is I'm looking at it in the camera that's live on stream. I need to trim my mustache. That's what I need to do. That's where my brain's at. I was like, my mustache could use a little bit of a trim. It's a little long. All right, this is our draft for Tomb of the Spider Queen. A little disappointed we don't see any Asmodan. All right, let's go ahead and swap over to the cast screen and get ourselves into a little gamble here. Which team will win Tomb of the Spider Queen? You're off. Last fellowship thing you have to do. Have a great stream. Gatto, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time, bud. Have a great day. I hope the fellowship stuff takes 0 time. I hope it goes super duper quick. And, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being awesome. Seems interesting to go solo auto attack threat against nanomachine coding. What's up, Fish? How you doing today, bud? Fish, did you know that if you have Amazon Prime, you've got Prime Gaming? Did you know that, bud? By the way, the Diablo in map number 1 was Feast on Fear. There wasn't a ton of spell power on the opposing side, but it was still Feast on Fear with mostly Shadow Charge. Actually, no, it was W at 4 and it was autos at 7, which was just interesting. And then it was Charge at 13, 16. Death Knight on the side of Germany will be playing the Stukov, Darkmok on the Uther, Niche on the Joanna. We've got Hazuabs playing that Leoric and Dino to play the Vala. W build Vala, by the way, for any gamblers. Blu-ray on the Deckard Cain for the side of Ukraine. We've got No Game No Life on the Chromie. Den playing the Varian. Iscourt playing Hanzo and Ara on that Blaze. Fish, thank you for the Prime Gaming. Thank you for the, thank you for the Tier 1 for 8 months. Thank you very much. Hazu has your Prime, but you come through and still drop off a resubscription. I appreciate it, bud. Thanks for being the first sub of the day. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. 3 stacks for the Hanzo on his Simple Geometry. 3 also for the Vala on her Fire at Will. We've got Stukov going into the Fetid Touch level 1. Going to be trying to hit those 15 stacks. And afterwards he'll have the cooldown reduction and the mana cost being removed. What is the cooldown? Doesn't it take it to like 11 seconds or something? Or no, it takes it to 5 seconds. That's what it is. So it halves it. And then you also have the, No. My brain's thinking of other things at the same time. No, it's not. I have it right. Sorry. Yeah. I was like, you also have the ability to become the range and slow enemies and everything like that, but then... And then my brain was like, no, that talent's green. That's reactive ballista spores. That's not it. Oh boy. The caffeine in this tea can't work fast enough. But as I said beforehand, I'm feeling more awake as we get through every single map. By the time we get into our second best of 5, I think I should be relatively conscious. Leoric will make a rotation into mid lane. Darkmok is the target of Den here. No level 4, so no taunt. That's going to be a dive onto the Varian. Can he back away? The body blocks from Hazuabs are pretty good. Darkmok tries to come in and help out with that, and it's just not enough damage. Got the CC and the slows, the body blocks and everything, but that's a jet propulsion into Darkmok, who returns the stun right into the face of Blaze, who popped the Pyromania. Darkmok so very low, and that'll be first blood over to the side of Germany. Well, if I still drank coffee, this wouldn't be such a difficult wake up. Because black tea has, like, it's like what? It's like a third, a quarter the amount of, like, a regular cup of coffee, caffeine-wise. Good kill onto the Chromie right there. Taunt to return. But there's no follow-up burst for a kill. Varian tries to come in to make something happen, and he's immediately met with a stun from Uther, which has got to be annoying. Uther, though, not going into cooldown reduction at level 1. Not going to be going into the Pursuit of Justice. That's not right. Pursuit... I can't remember. He didn't go 75 autos at level 1. He went Silver Touch instead. Darkmok, though, will go down right here. I don't see a world where he lives. Okay. Ukraine picks up a first kill. A lot earlier by comparison of the first map. That feels a little flamey, but I mean that as a positive. It was 6-0 when they first found their kill, and now it's a little bit earlier on in the game. And the reason I bring this up is just keeping that experience pretty close. Time trap from Chromie. Dino takes a bit of damage. Taunt from the Varian. This might be a second kill, but Dino will get enough healing from that Stukov and be able to pop that healing pathogen. Vala vaulting forward. Dino looking for the sustained damage onto this Varian. Oh, the stun from Uther over the wall. Dino does get hit with a bit of sand, but Dino's not going to the beach just yet. Hammer of the Lightbringer, thank you. Yeah, that's why I just stopped talking, because I was like, Pursuit's at level 4, because the way I remember Pursuit is that you stun someone and you get movement speed, so you can pursue them faster. But I couldn't remember the level 1, and my brain started to fizzle, and I was like, nope, we're just done. I'm just gonna I'll just move on to something else. Yeah, that's we'll get, yes, as I said, we'll get there. We'll get there. First best of will be a struggle. 4-1 in kills. Blaze does go down the bottom lane. The Siege Giants will be in hand to the side of Ukraine, but they're not going to find much value as Hazuabs is going to keep them in lane, not even getting siege into the fort front gate as Darkmok threateningly runs at him. He's walking over here menacingly. Death Knight not going to be timed out. Iron Skin from Joanna will be popped as there's no available taunt onto her. Temporal Loop. And there's a cleanse from Uther at the end of it with the Jet Propulsion of Blaze connecting, I do think. So Joanna takes a bit of damage from Jet Propulsion. And we'll see 10 Talontiers over to the side of Germany first. And Germany will get a turn-in. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers. Look at the damage, healing, and experience for map number 2 in our first best of 5 of the day. Do we see... I mean, Divine Shield is very, very good. Level 20 upgrade for it can be extremely strong as well. But will we see Divine Storm for the sort of counter lockdown? No, okay. I was wondering if we would see, like Varian charges in, and every time Varian charges in, he's kind of met with a... He's met with a stun from Uther. So I was wondering if they were just going to try and layer the stuns and just reverse Uno the enemy. But there's a Divine Shield, very good utility. We'll be saving the Joanna. She did go to Blessed Shield at level 10. No Falling Sword from her. Honest to God, I was really thinking this would be the Falling Sword game, but either way, it's still going to be Blessed Shield for the hard initiation. Varian gets the taunt. Oh, Vala might go down here. Dino trying to rush out with some movement speed. And yes, Vala will be able to get her way out of this engagement. The Webweaver phase, though, will start to expire. Top lane Fort going down. Top lane Webweaver, the lone one left. We do have, as Justin would call them, the babies that are really getting some great siege damage onto the mid lane Fort. That will fall as well. Hazuab's pushing up away from bottom. They do get the Fort front gate, but now they're chilling in the bush. Are they looking for a potential gank here? 2 gems are necessary, by the way, for Germany to be... Germany needs to pick up 2 gems for the next turn-in on the opposing side. 35 are already turned in for Ukraine. They've got 40 in their pockets. And it looks like Hazuabs and Death Knight want to get these 36 gems turned in. Joanna with none right now, but she's standing next to a time trap, so that is going to be seen by the enemy. We didn't talk about it, but it is going to be Hanzo with the Dragon's Arrow at level 10. Going to be looking for those pretzels. No No, Dragon Strike. Sorry, I will die on this hill that they misnamed these heroics. Bunker was forced out of the blaze, but that is going to be the answer to Hazuab's getting an entomb onto him. I wonder about multi-shot Vala. I heard many people saying recently it's least picked of the 3. I think for a map like this, it's got good poke, it's got good wave clear. Massive shove. Stay a while and listen. Will connect onto the Stukov. Dragon Strike from Hanzo. Blaze gonna try and lock someone down, but it's gonna be Uther with a Divine Shield to keep himself alive. Hanzo will fall as these Web Weavers descend into lane for the side of Ukraine. Joanna gonna back away. Big jet propulsion from the Blaze, but the double support is going to really just feel pretty invincible, except for Hazuab's. He doesn't feel so invincible. Decker Kane, by the way, did go into all 3 gems at 1, 4, and 7, but I do want to point out the Emerald at level 7. We did actually see him apply that to the last Herodric cube, trying to deny some healing. Unfortunately, was not able to hit the enemies with said Herodric, so no 75% healing reduction for 4 seconds, I believe it is. Yeah. 28 stacks on the Vala, 53 for the Silver Touch on Uther out of the 80. We've got 13 out of the 15 stacks for the Fetid Touch on the Stukov. 31 out of the 40 for the, once again, the first time on Chromie. And last but not least, Hanzo, 14 out of the 20 Simple Geometry stacks. Oh, also, Joanna did not finish Subdue, but hey, she's got Subdue, good value still. It's a lot more bursty than auto attack, and Germany definitely likes their burst. I would very much agree with you. It'll be a turn-in for Germany. The fight does break out. Big lurking arm onto the Varian as he gets into the bunker with 50-something HP. Is there a shield glare to kill the Varian? No, there wasn't. Rain of Vengeance from the Vala, and there's that burst we were just talking about. Germany able to take down the Hanzo. Time trap into the lane, but I don't think it matters that much. Dino, I think, keeping some of that hatred up and active, as we do have a bit of a pause here. We're going to find out what's going on with that one. We'll go ahead and pull ourselves out of the game for competitive integrity. For that integrity. We don't know what the issue is. We don't have a referee in here, so we can't even talk to the players. So we are just waiting. We are waiting and finding out what they want to do. Sorry, R. Alright, looks like there was an accidental pause. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll go ahead and get ourselves right back into it, as we should be 3, 2, 1, go in just a second. Oh, never mind. There is an issue. Never mind, there is an issue. Ref slack. I know, right? These admins are slacking. Excuse me. All right. Oh, looks like a player on the Ukraine side has some issues, so we're going to be just chilling here for a moment. I do want to talk about, so we're into 13 talent here, and I do want to talk, Varian went into Juggernaut at level 13. We don't see this talent very often. It's a fun talent that I take in ARAMs. But Juggernaut does 4%, and you also have the charge at level 10, which is going to be giving you the cooldown reduction to 4 seconds. Issues are gone, the countdown's been had, and we're back into map number 2. Wait, really? Yeah, Juggernaut. Thanks for getting up this early for us, Baha. Oh, my pleasure, Nancy. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Not shield breaker into the Joanna, not anti-heal against double support. Juggernaut. Come on, fish. Egos burr. E is the button that you charge with on Varian. That's the joke. I mean, hey, it just got a double kill. Juggernaut is the reason they got a double kill. Not the stuns, not the chromie damage, not the scatters from Hanzo. No. It was the level 13. Alrighty, anyways. Chromie's got her level 16 available from her trait. We'll see what Chromie's going to pick up here. Speaking of level 16, that is going to be Germany grabbing their own. We got the Ominous Wraith, Royal Focus, Synergy for Hazuabs. We'll be seeing... Is it Top Off? No, Super Strain. Sorry, Top Off is, I believe, the level 20. Vala did go into Manticore at level 16. You've got the Holy Renewal for the Joanna, synergistic with the level 1 since you have Zealous Glare. If this game makes it into level 20, be sure to expect Storm Shield or Blinded by the Light for the Joanna, as that synergizes with the 1 and 16. Well, specifically the 1 for the double Shield Glare cooldown reduction, but you still also get the Holy Renewal. Oh, no, there's cooldown reduction. Sorry, I thought there was just heal. There's cooldown reduction as well, but that is, holy crap, a double kill very quickly on. I mean, we said it earlier and we'll say it again. Germany likes their burst, and that's a showcase of some beautiful burst from Dino and crew. And an Entomb from Leoric, that'll be Blu-ray going down. I said if this game makes it to level 20, with a quadra kill right there in hand, I think Germany plays straight to core. As I just now realized top lane heat did go down. I was looking everywhere on the screen except for the mini-map. It's only 90% of the game. And this will be Germany taking a very quick map number 2 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Maybe I spoke a little too early. That is going to be Hazuabs going down quite quick. Health bars are not looking too bad. Dinah's going to get a Divine Shield. Keeps autoing onto the core. That's Uther to fall as well. He's got Ghost Heals, but as I said, this is going to be a quick map number 2 for the side of Germany. 13 minutes and 2 seconds.
Hasu has my Prime E.
Fish, thank you again for the tier 1 for 8 months. Thank you very much, bud. They're all a bunch of good little lads. You excited about the LAN? Who is on the NA teams? Oh, there's a ton. There's a ton, Nancy. Nancy, remind me after this game, and we can go through the NA roster for next weekend. We can go through all the rosters and stuff while we have some downtime in between these 2 games. But we are going to be, between these games, that's a little rude of me. I'm kind of sitting here assuming that this is going to be a Germany 3-0, but at the rate they're going, it does feel like Germany could take this in a 3-0 here on Infernal Shrines map number 2. This will be the map choice of Ukraine, meaning that the first pick goes back over to the side of Germany once again. Hogara, Nubarak, Tracer, Junkrat to be banned away? Junkrat has been consistently banned. Well, actually, no, he wasn't banned in the first map at all. It was banned in the previous map. We could see it here. Sweden has a good chance to like those players too. I'm right there with you. I love like the players on the Swedish team. Like Lauber's just a great kid. I love him. I love watching him play. It makes me smile. And then also I like to once in a while make a comment like, ooh, Lauber's on Diablo. Uh-oh. Hey, where's Crush? The people wanted Artanis. First pick Artanis to the side of Germany. First pick Artanis. Now, will this Artanis player hurt us and go Protector of Ire? We'll find out. Actually, no, never mind. Sorry, my brain was thinking that we're on Battlefield. We were on that map for the first map. This is Infernal Shrines, the different Diablo map. 1-2 pick coming out from the side of Ukraine. Like it's a round robin phase. There's 7 rounds. Okay. Why not, like, your back's slightly against the wall? Why not just throw caution to the wind and just go something crazy? Like, I'm not saying, like, you have to go Cho'Gall, but, like, why not pick some crazy composition
Ready to roll out.
that, like, hard sieges a lane or something? Or maybe there's just you, like, I know the last draft was very much single target deletion. So maybe we just lean into just playing macro. You lean away from micro, the team fight, and you lean into macro and just play the map and try and siege. That's the best guess I can throw at trying to trick Germany. Sorry, God, I can't. I have these bursts of like brain activity, and then it just shuts down. I'm like, we're waking up. No, we're not. No, it just burst of brain activity, and then it just goes back to being dumb. Anduin to be banned away. No light bomb shenanigans with the. Oh, you could go like Blade Dash light bomb. You could go into Judgment light bomb. So yeah. Also, I have a feeling that Ukraine is going to try and yoink people with. Oh, what if it's a Stitch? What if it's a Stitches? And they don't wanna. Oh, an Infernal Shrine Stitches with the Skeletal Defenders. It's a little difficult. Maybe Anduin? Or not Anduin, sorry. Maybe Garrosh? Maybe Garrosh potentially? Tyrael can get away. Artanis can swap out. Maybe not. Oh.
Our work is.
Ah, okay. We'll see a May for blinds. Ice Wall is a good setup for Mephisto. Malfurion with a route to follow. Okay. The other reason I was kind of thinking Stitches is because you have the Mephisto synergy, and I was like, ooh, what if you go into Stitches and you grab the Alexstrasza as well? This is, I think, a great map for Alexstrasza. Double rotations, you can finish out the Circle of Life level 1 very, very quickly. Constant globes for Mephisto, that'd be constant globes for Stitches, but that's not the direction they're going. We're going to see a Kerrigan, we're going to see a Lieutenant Morales. It is nearly an entire StarCraft draft from the side of Germany. If you want to kind of twist it, it's almost an... Oh, wait, no, sorry. Artanis is not Terran. That's so... okay. Shrines isn't bad, Stitches map. A lot of nice corridors and shrines. Yeah. I think that's always like the one thing that comes to mind is like Stitches on this map is really good. Like Cattle's run it before and like it's great. It can be very good on this map, but I think the go-to mentally is just, oh, but the Skeletal Defenders get in the way, which realistically... Still, Stitches is great on this map. He's got good shrine clear and stuff. You can go into Putrid Bile if you're not going to be doing a kidnap comp. Either way, this is going to be a Ragnaros to round out the draft for the side of Ukraine. I don't hate it. I don't hate it whatsoever. I think Ukraine might just be able to take it. We'll see if they can. Let's go ahead and swap into our casting screen. And let's go ahead and make a prediction. Which team will win Infernal Shrines? You've got 2 minutes to get your gambles in. Innervate also gives you CDR. That's true. That's true, Mel. That's true. That's true. Well, we'll see. Will it be will the first best of 5 of the day be a 3-0, or are we going to be heading into a map number 4? Let's go ahead and introduce our teams. As you can see, the talents at the bottom of the screen on the left-hand side, we have got the members of Germany. Azuab's on the Sergeant Hammer, Dino playing the Artanis, Lieutenant Morales to be played by Death Knight. We will see Darkmok on the Kerrigan and Nish on the Tyrael. To the right-hand side of our map, we're looking at Ukraine. We have got no game on this Mephisto. Iscorp playing that Malthael, Ara on the Ragnaros, Den playing the May, and Blu-ray on the Malfurion. Reactive parry level 1 for the Artanis. Tyrael going to be going into Ardent Restorate. Oh my god. Ardent Restoration. There we go. My brain kept wanting to say Ardent Restorian, and I'm like, no. Malthael will be on a pale horse, so he has 150% movement speed when he is mounted, 20% faster than everyone else. Unyielding power for the Mephistos. He's going to be picking up those Skull Missile stacks. At 20 stacks, he gets 100 extra damage. At the 40 mark, when it's completed, he will have the extra Skull Missile charge. Artanis just slowing down the rotation of top lane. We did see that Pazuab was able to get some damage onto the fort front gate. Dino with the reactive parry is going to be jumping in. Blu-ray's the target, and that is a quick stream did a good one job.
First blood.
Over to the side of Germany, as Hazops continues to do Sergeant Hammer things, Ragnaros will pick up a few free stacks on his Shifting Meteor. Frozen Punisher will be the first Punisher of the game as well, so this is going to work out extremely well for Germany as they're already sieging into the top lane, and Hazops, sitting inside the bush, is going to continue to just berate some of these players. Barrage? Oh, he's going to be dealing a bunch of damage, and that will be Hazops finding the second kill of the game for the side of Germany, and now the forefront gate will lose its first tower. Ardent Restaurant. Yes, thank you, Fish. Thank you for the correction. I love Ardent Restaurant. I love getting cheeseburgers from them. Swap from the Artanis with the Blade Dash. No game, no life is not going to be killed here. Tyrael with the Eldruin's Might will not reactivate that. Mephisto jumps in with a Shade, and he pokes here and there. Another Blade Dash Phase Prism attempt from Dino. Can't get a swap onto a target, and we'll see them move back into the mid lane. Darkmok taking a lot of damage. Ravages to a minion in front of the gate. The damage over time. Oh, the damage over time from Malthael. I saw Dino get the regeneration globe, and I think Darkmok also tapped well, and I thought that might have just been enough to combat the damage over time, but it just was not the case. So we just go ahead and take a quick recap look. 37 overkill onto the Kerrigans. We get back into our normal vision of the game. Arby's Restoration. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. We've got the meats. Tyrael might die? Nah, he's got Eldruin's Might out. Alrighty. We've had so much already happen. This is first Punisher of the game. And this top lane is, well, it's kind of sliced up a little bit. We're just not going to talk about that. Darkmoth. I don't know what that combo was, but they're still an insanely better player than me, so I'm just not going to say anything and move on. Dino may fall here. We have Ragnaros getting killed by the Sergeant Hammer. Dino actually gets the trait triggered. And Death Knight with a bit of healing as well from the Lieutenant Morales. And with the level 7 achieved by the side of Germany, Hazops has got Hover Siege, so he's poking, he's pushing. Top lane Fallen Shaman, unfortunately, will be targeted by the fort, so it is not going to get that tons of free siege, but we're going to see what. We could say an eighth of the HP off that fort right there. Knockback from Hazu, who's a little bit low on mana, but still has a lot of auto attack and splash damage available. So, gonna keep trying to win out this objective phase. Germany with nearly half the Skeleton Defenders achieved. Blu-ray's the target, drops a root in the exit corridor, trying to block the enemy from stepping in further as we have some healing reduction onto the Tyrael. That's going to be Malthael's level 7. Blu-ray a little bit low here. That Shifting Meteor was from the allied side, not threatening the life of Malfurion. As Darkmok rotates into top lane, ravages their way into Malfurion. Can Darkmok jump to Iscorp? Yes, they can. Another touch of death to try and get the healing reduction, but Malthael will be the one to fall. Den very low, ravages rapidly from this Kerrigan. And now Tyrael goes and grabs the objective phase. He's going to get the 2 regeneration globes from that as well. Meanwhile, Sergeant Hammer continues to work on this fort. Gonna check really quickly. Does Ragnaros have Molten Core? He does, if he wants to try and use that as a defensive tool for this objective. And they'll put this objective on 32 Skeletal Defenders. Kerrigan gonna grab level 10, finish out her Sharpened Blades, I think. She needs another... It keeps going up. She's like 10. A little, actually, she needs 11, but still. Right? It's 75? Yeah. Azuab's taking his time finishing this out. We do have Dino rotating down to bottom lane. Kerrigan on a camp over there as well. Tyrael gets the 2 globes. 14 stacks for Tyrael right now. And Hammer continues to do Hammer things. We have a stim drone, by the way. I'm excited to see the stimmed Tyrael. Stimmed Sergeant Hammer, absolutely, but stimmed, I mean, it's auto attack builds Tyrael, so why not? Why not get that going? That's a blade dash phase swap. Uh-oh, Dino. Dino, you got a sidewall here, bud. Actually, he can just run down the corridor. It's actually Iscorp who's a little bit more threatened, tapping the well. Kerrigan ravaging in. Does she have a combo? No, they're just going to continue. Oh, Tyrael with the judgment from the top lane rotation. I wasn't even looking at the minimap. I was so focused on just trying to see if Malthael gets out alive, and he was living for a moment, but that Tyrael rotation and the judgment coming through in time as well. Beautifully played from Germany as they'll start working on this bottom lane fort. We've got Hazuabs in mid lane, and, well, as I said earlier, Hammer doing Hammer things. That mid lane fort front gate is going to be going down. Tyrael steps past the fort. That's a good avalanche. 1 second stun. Root to meet underneath. Silence from Malfurion. Endurance of Hate from Mephisto will not connect. He's not able to get in range, and it's Mei still the one to fall in this fight. Another Ravage in. We have the Ragnaros on the top left of our screen trying to back away as now Tyrael jumps in. That's going to be Dino with some fantastic damage. At 7 minutes, the Ragnaros will fall, but also he finishes out as level 1. He's got that control on the shifting meteor. Darkmok turns around, almost getting the kill onto No Game No Life, who jumps out once again, but I kind of felt like No Game No Life had no options. It was either stay around Tyrael's Druid's Might and die to that, or jump in and try and do something, still dying. There's the stim onto Hammer. Judgment from the Tyrael on the low side of our screen. Chrysalis from Darkmok buys a window. Ragnaros will be able to get inside the Molten Core. Gets a Sulphurous Smash connecting onto Lieutenant Morales, but Sergeant Hammer continuing to just have this umbrella of damage. Blade dash from Dino. That's a great Endurance of Hate onto the Lieutenant Morales. Line from Dino to try and buy a window to deny any auto attack damage to kill Death Knight, and I think that window was created. Death Knight getting some healing beam action out as they want to chase onto the Mei. She will go down. That's Malfurion to fall. Hazuabs drops the Team Liquid Spray, and now Death Knight sidesteps Malthael, but I think Malthael gets the last right kill. And meanwhile, an Arcane Punisher should be announced fairly soon. Oh, I thought we were done over here. That's my bad. Just keep autoing. Just keep autoing. What's up, Coconut Don? Good to see you, my friend. Right? The next Punisher shouldn't be far off. Kerrigan might have the chase onto this. Yeah, you're dead. There it is. Yeah, Hazuabs with the last auto attack on that one. Alrighty, okay. 1 stack for the Malthael on his last rights, as we saw that Lieutenant Morales kill. 13 apiece, as this is going to be Ukraine getting theirs just now. Darkmok was playing to the high side of this camp. I was wondering if he was looking for a Ravage angle into the enemy, but between Hazuab's sustained damage and Tyrael just autoing, this is going to be some decent damage onto the fort. Kerrigan gets the camp. Tyrael trying to back away. We have Ragnaros chasing in. They need this fight before level 20 or before level 16. As the judgment onto, I think it was Malfurion. There's Endurance of Fate connecting onto Dino. Blind will be dropped right there. Blade dash from Dino. He's trying to trigger his straight. He does get that shield battery to trigger once. Last rights onto Death Knight again. That's another stack for the Malthael, but he's traded in the fight. We do have a very low Artanis trying once again to get that shield battery active. And this is more trading. It's a 2 for 2. Den will go down, I do think. The Ultralisk chasing. No! Den does not fall. The Mei is still alive. Taps the well. And the objective phase will still be worked on by Sergeant Hammer. Going to get a huge splash of damage, immediately picking up a good chunk of these Skeletal Defenders. Tyrael to fall in the top right of our screen. Speaking of the top, this will be in top lane. Darkmok making quick work of this camp that was sieging onto the fort. Meanwhile, mid lane, that camp will expire. Sergeant Hammer able to back away. Lieutenant Morales going to be spawning here. 9 on the Artanis, 25 on the Tyrael. Does Germany give this over? Glad to see you. Glad to see some more hots. I went to sip my tea, and Kerrigan ravages in and finds a great kill into Malfurion, almost getting the double kill onto May as well. Iscorp shall fall here as well. Ravaging forward, Darkmok looking for the May. Can they close that distance? No game, no life's the new target. That's a Primal Grasp. That's an Impale. No game, no life with 300 and something HP. Artanis comes in. The Blade Dash and Phase Prism does not connect. The objective, though, Arcane Punisher will be one. Oh, Darkmok needs to get a heal, but no! The Mephisto jumps back in to try and get a kill. Darkmok punishes it, and now Punisher in hand. Tyrael soaking mid. He wanted a globe. A lone Malfurion sits in the Hall of Storms, and I do think Ukraine knows what's about to happen. This is going to be map number 3 in our first best of 5 of the day, going over to the side of Germany. They had a dominant showing here today, and they will take however the points are going to work here, but they're going to be having a 3-0 over the side of Ukraine. GG, well played.